America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Now, it may get bigger, it may get a little bigger, it may not get bigger at all. We'll see what happens. But regardless of what happens, we're totally prepared.
This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. And I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead.
Oh, you guys can leave because this is all we're doing the rest of the show.
That's not the KU fight song.
We'll get to it.
Skin man, villain in disguise.
One doesn't worry about driving into work in bad weather, and the other one doesn't like the fact that he can't drive like a psychopath in bad weather. It's the Middle of the Road podcast with TJ and Coach Casey.
It sounds like he's talking about you on both of them. That seems weird.
I just like how he doesn't disappoint ever.
Happy 2024, 10 days late, everybody. We're so freaking sorry. We took a week off.
So sorry.
Don't get so mad at us.
Oh, eh?
We're freaking sorry. I'm freaking sorry the camera went this way. This one was bugging me the way it looked this week, and I just said, screw it. We're going old school.
Old school.
New year, old school. We're bringing it back. I'm Coach Casey. That's TJ behind me. As always, most of the time, especially when we get lucky, it's Skin Man.
What's up?
It's the Skin Man.
Real quick, sponsor. Methex, like Connex, temporary rooms, homes, even workspaces for people that are from the people that know how to build them. Call Two Teeth Tony or Susan Soar for a quote today.
All right.
They came and built me a temporary kitchen in the garage. I sent you a picture of it.
Sure did.
It's an 8 1/4 by 11 3/15. I asked for an 8 by 10.
Okay.
But it was
3/15.
So it happens.
It was,
I almost thought our sponsor today would be the 2024 national champions.
You thought what? That would be our sponsor?
Yeah, thought they'd be sponsoring our show.
No,
as much support as we've given them throughout the year.
Well, I've given them. I mean,
I voted for them.
You voted for Michigan for the national champion?
Yeah, like when you fill out like who's going to
the schedule, the script?
Yeah, the script. I put Michigan.
Got a mail-in vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Well, real quick, before we get to that, I know I'm going to obviously talk about it. From a listener, we'd like to wish Irene Hernandez a happy birthday from Steven. She has him blocked on all social media, phone calls, texts, basically life. So we just wanted, I think she might listen, so we wanted to wish her a happy 44th birthday from Steve Hernandez. So one for a listener and playing along in one of our games we're going to play tonight. Plays along in all of our games.
I did have a birthday shout out today too.
Who?
It's happy birthday to my second favorite liberal of all time.
Who's that?
The king of all media, Howard Stern.
Okay, there we go. Happy birthday, Howard. He's the reason I do this.
Yeah, and he listens from time to time, even though he says he hates podcast.
Yeah, he's sent me a couple things. I've thought about playing them. I'll
One of
play
these
him
days.
eventually, but
You
right
just
now.
don't want to give him too much of a plug.
Well, and then he's going to come here and take over this show. Then he's got two shows. Then it's just like, then we got girls sending us boob pictures. And then we're calling people and we're doing the, that thing. And then just like, no, who wants that on the radio now?
Yeah.
It's been done.
Yeah. Yep.
So
we're just trying to do something different,
So happy New Year's and happy birthday. We're going to start off with the most important thing that's happened is Michigan won the national championship. We're decked out in it. I'm going to do it 1 week, and then it's over. I'm not going to be a regular fan. I'll talk about it when football comes back around, but, unless a topic broaches, I'll wear some Michigan stuff, but we won't talk about it. But for me as a fan, 97 was, if you don't know, Michigan football. The Wolverines of Michigan won the national title in football of college, and this is the American style, not soccer.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan, been a fan, most of my, like, from 12 or 13,
Do you have a starter jacket?
Yes.
Michigan one?
Michigan one, and I had a Cowboys one. And I also had a freaking Hornets one because everybody had a Hornets one. It was for Grandmama and Alonzo and Muggsy.
I had
and
a Supersonics one.
Okay, yeah, Kemp and Peyton and Shrimp and Shred, whatever. So, yeah, that was fun. So, Michigan won. It was awesome. It was started out like they were going to kill them. Everybody, I think I could go through, I bet I had at least 8 people throughout the game text me.
Yeah.
And it was all, oh, it's a track meet, or this is going to be ugly. And I'd be like, well, hopefully, but, quit. And even for you, I kept cautioning, like, you said it's 3, and it ended up being 3 touchdowns.
Sounds right.
But for a little while, it did not look like it was good. For the beginning, it looked like it was going to be 15 touchdowns, and then Michigan kind of went south. They picked their game up. I hate that Penix more than ever now, though. Fuck him.
He's pretty ugly.
Oh, God. I just hope he fucked his NFL draft stock up because after
he gets hurt all the time.
Well, he was faking it in this one. Is because they're losing. He's using that as an excuse. Well, you're getting your ass rocked, so you just, but then he comes out and says, I don't think they did anything special. I think we beat ourselves. Well, yeah, because you didn't tackle and we were better on offense and you were
back 10.
Yeah. Well, you're being in our conference next year, so he'll be gone, so he don't have to pay for his mouth. No. So, anyways, they won. I was super excited. I was hooping and hollering. I was so glad even, too, that the game was at 6:30, so it was over by 10:15, and the snow was going, and my power went out. So I got
power went out?
Yeah, just one time for a little, like it flickered, and then it went off again for a second. So I thought it was going to go out for a while. A bunch of people's did. Because that's when
there's a booger on my.
Well, it's probably your booger.
No, I don't think so.
Well, your nose touches right there when you drink. So let's assume, boom, that's your booger, bro.
Yeah.
That's his booger, right?
Maybe so.
Oh, yeah.
It could be Travis Kelce's. He sponsor.
Pre-boogers the cans.
Yeah, pre-boogers the cans.
Skin Man, how was your New Year's, sir?
Oh, it was good. I was in Oklahoma.
With our his future showmate, Shannon?
Oh, yeah. I was out there at Random Dude Ranch.
So you did that.
It's just a magical place.
The family or yourself?
It was me and the wife.
Okay, no kids?
No, they had to work. Ha-ha.
Sucks to be a kid.
So who was all out there? Just you and his wife and him?
Yeah.
Did you guys have partake in any drinks? Or is it like a sober New Year's?
Yeah, it was good for drinkings.
Who ended up nude?
I don't think anybody.
Okay, well, it was an all right night, whatever.
Yeah.
I bet at DJ's house somebody ended up nude on New Year's Eve.
Oh, no.
Nope. Okay.
But what really sucked was yesterday I woke up at 5:45 when my first alarm goes off on my phone, and we didn't have electricity. It was like, hey, there's my alarm. What time is it? Oh. We don't have any electricity.
He's who I was talking about when I was saying a lot of people didn't have power through, yesterday.
I have to stay home today and then keep the fireplace going so the pipes don't freeze.
You cannot take off another day, Skin Man.
Oh, I did. New year.
That's true.
Starts over. Clean slate.
Starts over in January.
Okay. All right. So, what else? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, it was.
So when did your power come? When did your power come back on? Because my boss lives out kind of that way, a little further out, and theirs didn't come on until I believe
it was 11 o'clock.
Okay, it was somewhere around there, 10:58, 11:15. I wrote it down at work, but I don't have it now.
It came on for a half an hour between 9 and 9:30, and then it's like, hey, all right. It's like, I don't trust it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get some more firewood and bring it up on the back porch so it thaw out, and then it went back off again. Until 11. Then it stayed on, but I still didn't trust it, so I just kept the fireplace going.
Okay. So
the basement was hot.
And then now you're telling me something before the show. You wouldn't tell me what it was, but something happened today?
Yesterday.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
That was the story.
Okay. So that was sucky.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, if my power went out, I don't have any way, because we have a fireplace, but it's gas.
Yeah, you need to get you one of those, bro.
Yeah.
Is yours
it's
like
gas with the
electric blower?
Yeah.
So you need to get you at least a good battery powered fan, and then you could put it right in front of it. I think
you have to flip a switch for it to come on.
In the mic.
In the mic.
In the mic.
In the mic.
Yeah, he's telling you should. There you go. He was telling you that it was harder to hear you when you were leaning
Couldn't
over.
hear me now.
Yeah, you're doing good there.
Yeah, I think it
This is your first show this year, bud. You'll
it
get
has
it.
a pilot, but I don't think it would work. I don't know how that would work. It's
It has
kinda
a
like
pilot. Oh, you can't. So it's a okay.
You know,
All right.
So I don't know. Guess we just run away from home.
All right. Well, you could like build a fire in your
Just
garage,
Yeah,
you know, or something.
yeah.
Or you could like just turn the gas on and like get a lighter down there. I think it would eventually. Oh,
Well, it's already going.
okay.
It's got a pilot going the whole time.
Oh well, yeah. I don't know if then you would.
We
need
just have to huddle close to it.
Yeah.
I would probably just go to the farm.
Well, I would think then. I don't know what's the electric do then.
I guess it just kicks on, makes the flame go up higher. I don't.
It's just the blower. I think the gas does that. You just got a switch right there,
It's just like a switch, like a light switch.
and it turns. It just goes.
Yeah.
It's a full place fire.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well then, I don't know what you got going on there, bud.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I'm not.
It's the same one they put in every house that was built in the 2000s.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have nothing
It's
fancy.
an electric gas valve
Yeah.
with just an on and off switch.
So I don't know if you could manually
Well, obviously it
turn it
has.
down there.
I don't know.
I'd have to look into that.
This thing would, I think, for my house especially because it's tiny. I just bring that thing inside and we'd be fine. Close up the rooms and
Mm.
open up the cabinets to make sure no pipes freeze.
Yeah.
That thing would do it. I think it'd heat. My house is 1,345 square feet or 1,400 square feet. You close those rooms up. I know. I'm not trying to rub it in. Glacial Estates out here at the plantation. I did it for the buildings. We know this. No. You close that up. That's, 650, 700 square feet to warm? That's nothing.
Oh yeah, for that thing,
Oh,
that thing
yeah.
would heat it up.
So, TJ, how was your New Year's? What'd you do? Not
Nothing.
much?
We had full house.
Yeah, you had all the kids over. You guys
Yeah.
didn't play any like games or do any partying or any drinks happening from the wife? You had a little drink of vodka tonight. Did you have any on New Year's?
No, I don't know. I'm sure my wife did, but
Oh, she wasn't there?
no, she was there. I just don't remember. But she had to go
Are you sure you didn't drink?
run trolls around back and forth. They went to a party, and
Okay.
my kids were there, and I know we went to bed. I went to bed before midnight, and my wife had to go pick them up. So
Yeah, mine was pretty much the same. New Year's Day, buddy, a friend came over. Smoothie, he sat behind us a couple shows ago with his kids, and we shot guns and played video games in here and hung out for a little bit. He had texted and said, hey, the kids want to do something and want to shoot their guns, and they can at their house, but we
Yeah.
set up different targets, and they got to go shoot out at the hill and all that. So they hung out for 4 or 5 hours, a good time. And then I had some drinks and watched there was a football game on New Year's Eve and something else. Watched
and
that.
Your game was New Year's
New Year's
Day, right?
Day, yeah. So I think I put my garage up New Year's Eve, the meth garage, my 8x11, so I could cook in there because it was cold, and I have the space heater that's usually in here I put in there, and then I
Yeah.
could cook some foods out there. I just turn it on for a couple minutes and turn the thing on. It's 75 in there.
It
and
doesn't get warm enough with just the Blackstone going in there.
I could I just turned it on for a little bit, and then I preheat the Blackstone, and then, yeah, I could probably shut it off.
Okay.
But it's nice to have a little blowing on your legs while you're out there.
Yep.
All right. You won freaking fantasy. Do you have any words to say? Do you want to accept your crown with victory like Michigan, or with grace and valor like
I did have a speech, but I forgot it.
Did you look at the thing? Did you see the 2 mistakes I made?
I did.
Because, I mean, literally, if I just played Love, I beat you. And had I played Taylor, which I actually did switch, but not within 5 minutes of the game because I finally got a notification Kamara wasn't playing. And I switched Taylor, thought it was done, looked a little bit later, and he wasn't in, and knew I was doomed. Because I would have beat you.
I could have played, what's his name, St. John.
Because he had like 27.
Yeah. So there was both. There was
But
mistakes
you
made,
went into that game with almost a 25-point lead or something. So I made a pretty good comeback, and you ended up winning by 19 or 18.
something like that. Yeah.
So that's all good. Steve won 3rd, so that was good. We had somebody that listens win something. Skin Man got 6th. No, I don't know. I didn't look. My wife got 4th. He beat my wife. He sent me a picture of it, and then we talked about you winning. He's like, if you'd have just made some changes, I'm like, I know. But he was happy you won. He said you need the validation more than me.
No, it was I just didn't like the two game thing.
I know we won't
fucking
do that
with,
next
especially
year.
at the
It
end
was
where it's
automatically set up. I
Yeah.
know that was
at
stupid.
the end where it's like,
Well, they're
you
not
guys-
playing those
yeah,
players. Yeah, if they
the
would have
guys
done it.
got me there. So, oh well.
The same here, man. I mean, they didn't play. Of course, Hurts sucked anyway. So, Skin Man, do you have a story for us?
Yes.
News.
We know what Skin Man was doing during the break.
This is my headline I wrote. Now it's the real headline.
That thing's cooking in here.
You want to turn it down?
Yeah, a little bit. It's hot.
Nude man nabbed by police after cannonball plunge into giant aquarium at Bass Pro Shop in Alabama.
Sick.
Alabama.
It's like going into Shields. seeing
So
the
now,
guy.
but if you first heard that story, like the first person you knew, you'd think, boom,
Yeah.
Naked time.
next time we're doing it, honey. And she's like, no, and he's already in. You know, it's like too late.
Going streaking in the quad.
Leeds, Alabama. A man crashed his car outside Bass Pro Shop, stripped down to his birthday suit, and plunged into the giant aquarium inside the store.
Well, I don't think you would have crashed. I think you would have just been walking through with your family and jumped
some
in.
people call it crashing. I call it parking.
Badly parked would be a better way to say it.
Free
in
parking.
24. You know, if we're gonna freaking like cancel everything, we should cancel like crime stuff like that and just call, not crashing, call it a bad parking or
Yeah.
he badly parked. Sorry.
Sloppy parking.
There you go. Thank you. I
Police
don't know. Does
chief-
that offend sloppy people now?
Yeah,
We
probably.
have to. We'll work on it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Police Chief Paul Irwin said the 42-year-old Alabama man did a, quote, cannonball, unquote, leap into the aquarium and then stood under a waterfall.
Did the guy yell, "I retire"? And they looked up and it was Nick Saban.
Yep.
Is there any chance that this is Nick Saban, that this is how he
He said
retired?
42-year-old, not 420 years old.
Oh, I thought he said 72-year-old. Sorry.
That's all right.
He left the water to yell at two officers, then dove back into the aquarium.
What would you do if you're in a Shields or a whatever, a Bass Pro Shop and somebody did that? You're like watching, you're pulling out your phone and are we up to that point? We're both videotaping this.
I would, yeah. I'd put on my Snapchat.
You would just snap it. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
But you would get a permanent picture, but then snap that, or would you
can
only
save it?
Okay.
Save your snap. Stevie said, "What up, fellas?"
Stevie V?
Stevie V.
What's up, dog? Hey, Stevie V. Oh, he don't pick. If you're listening here in a minute, we're gonna pick the first round of the playoffs. And since you've been texting me stuff about baseball and sports and stuff, maybe you can play along if you want.
We don't believe in baseball.
Well, I mean, he does because he sponsors the local team, and if
Oh, okay.
dude's a sponsor and mofo. So, go ahead. Was that the end of your story?
And there's more.
Okay.
There is more.
There is more.
There's always more.
The man eventually climbed over the side of the aquarium and fell to the concrete.
Ouch. Naked?
That's
Owie.
where police apprehended him. He faces several charges, including public lewdness, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief.
Speaking of facing a bunch of charges, do you see that dude jump over and attack the judge, that black guy?
I heard about it on the radio.
He jumped like best vertical in the world. She's throwing the fucking book at that dude.
Is that a vertical or a horizontal?
It was like a up and it was like Superman, I
Okay.
guess. But yeah, that dude's fucked. He's getting every kind of charge there is possible thrown
now
at his ass.
Superman grew up in Kansas.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Superman was white. This guy's black.
Oh, they didn't mention that on the radio.
Yeah. Yeah, they had him in a thing where he couldn't spit or anything like that. The big
The Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, and then they had him in front cuffs, but these like the Incredible Hulk glove things that you get for your kids so they can punch each other in the face and shit. They had his hands in something like that.
Yeah.
They're orange. I don't know what that thing was.
I have not seen this thing that you're talking about. What
You haven't
happened?
seen that?
No.
There was this guy, he was getting ready to get sentenced by a judge,
Okay.
a lady judge. And he's got all these priors, and he's like, "Please, I've never done nothing.
And he charges
I ain't
her?
done nothing my
Okay.
whole life.
Well, get
give
to
me
the-
another chance."
You don't have to do that in the voice like that.
That's what
You've
he was
already
saying.
got people on your side.
That's what he was saying.
I know.
Well, anyways,
You're saying the judge was a lady.
she was a lady, an older lady. She was over 60 because all these charges he was
Oh,
getting
that's
for
disgusting.
attacking somebody, a protected person over the age of 60.
Oh, so she's pissed because
She was like, "I'm sorry, but you've had too many strikes. It's over. You're gonna get punished this time." And also, he's like, because it's from like his view this way, so you can't see him really,
yeah.
the camera angle, and you hear, "You fucking bitch," and he's like coming, and all of a sudden he's like fucking Superman, flies over the top of her thing, and he gets her, and then everybody starts, attacking him and shit.
Did he get her very good or?
You couldn't see because they go down on the ground, but
Okay.
he was definitely getting some hits on her, but he got like all
I'll
this shit,
bet
like
he was.
attempted murder.
And I think that's like if you pull out, if they just kept going, that's one of those like it. But the problem is if you do too much to him, then it's
Oh, they were they were fucking working the brakes off his ass.
okay,
after
well,
that.
good,
But
But it doesn't matter. He should if he's white, green, brown, purple, and you attack an old
it don't matter.
elderly
He's-
lady, you should
he's
get
fucked
fucked
now.
up.
Oh, he's fucked now. Can you imagine how much they beat the shit out of him after they got him out of there? How much they were fucking going?
He's gonna claim some mental shit, and that it was a
Would he
like
come back in?
systemic racism in the system,
I'm sure.
and he's out.
Afterwards, he was just like, the next day when they had him in there.
And yet the death penalty is inhumane.
Well, he didn't kill nobody.
Well, but in that situation, that's kind of like when you kitty touch, especially beyond kitty touch.
I don't think they. Yeah, I mean, I
You
guess-
it should be an option. Like, I think some of those things are worse than killing somebody. I think you should have to live with killing somebody, but you should die for ruining somebody's life.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
I,
fuck
I
yeah.
got it.
You know what I mean?
I got it. We just need to get rid of the law that says cruel and unusual punishment. Get rid of that law. And
I think
then maybe,
I'm
just
not-
maybe,
I think they should just bring
the
back like,
crime would
public
fit the
hangings.
punishment.
See, I'm not a huge actually execution guy. I'm more like I wish there was like just like actual cruel and unusual punishments that you could do. Like you fill up a tunnel, like it's 3 by 3, whatever. You could drop a person in like 7 foot deep, and it's just tubing, and you set a public toilet over the top of
Set-
it.
Let them eat shit and piss for.
Yeah, until that's your sentence. You choose from here. You know what I mean?
That'd be nice.
You know what I mean? That's they got a choice, but you can't get out because there's nothing to climb.
Well, if you get enough shit in there, you can climb out the shit.
Yeah, are you gonna last that long without eating it?
Yeah.
And then if you eat enough, and then again,
It's like human centipede.
yeah, I don't know.
I think just pile on.
And obviously, it's screwed on at the top, so even if they get there, you can't get through. You might get like to touch if you could get
Like got a butt. Touch
but I don't even think you could get it all the way through because by the time you make that bend back and over, if you're not watching,
So it's like a regular toilet. Like
yeah, if you guys have watched like the Drano or the plunger commercials, the toilet usually curves to the back and then around and then straight down again. It's like
too slick.
so, it's not like a porta potty. It's not a straight.
You're not a
dump.
rat.
yeah, and you're not going to be able to
Yes.
get your hand all the way up to touch. So you might see a finger pointing out, and how much would that freak you out? Yeah, you're right. But if this is we're calling this, people know what they're doing. You're
Mhm.
going there in public to sit on this thing to do it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
So, anyways, that's my suggestion. Another New Year's thing. So you guys got some choices now.
Yeah.
Our next topic, my son's date night, the challenge, our weight loss challenge, wedding people, or NFL playoffs, and our pick 'em for the playoffs.
I just really care about the date night.
Skin Man,
What happened?
I gave you choices of things that we could do for the next topic.
Oh, I thought that was the order in which they were going to be.
Well, perfect.
presented.
Then we will. I like it. There's your vote. My son. Okay. Championship night, he goes over to his buddy's house to watch the football game. And he comes home. And if you're familiar with the show, my son is a punk ass. I love him to death. He's my favorite person in the world.
Besides your daughter.
Equal with my daughter. That's what I'm saying. He's my favorite person in the world with my daughter and
He's
my
your favorite son, that's for sure.
and my wife and my dogs. All those are my favorite people, but they're all on this equal. So when I say, anyways,
Now
anyway,
you've covered your bases. There
yes. In case the dogs are listening.
you go. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, so he comes home from the football game, and he's like, I text him like at 11:15. I'm like, it's snowing pretty good. Just come home so I can go to bed. I can't sleep very good when my kids are out that live with me, especially in the snow. And so he did. He came home, and then he's like, man, this shit always happens when I have plans. And I'm like, dude, you got to hang out with them until 11 something. And his buddy's getting ready to leave for Joplin for like 9 months or 12 months or something for missionary school. And I thought just what you thought when I said it. I thought he was going to learn how to do sex, just missionary
Like
the whole
regular
time.
missionary sex.
Yeah,
Okay.
just like they teach you now. I didn't
belly
know.
to belly. Yep.
Nope, I was wrong. He's going to be like, go around other countries and convert people to Christianity and stuff.
Okay.
So he's going to do the Lord's work. But so I was talking about that, and I said, well, dude, you got to hang out with him quite a bit, and he doesn't leave till Friday. So you guys, it'll be cold, but you guys can hang out some other nights before then. And he's like, that's not what I'm talking about, Dad. And he said, last time it snowed, this happened too. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, I have a date planned. And I said, fuck yeah, you do.
Yeah.
It's like excited dad kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, okay. And he's like, what's the weather and blah, blah, blah. And I said, he's like, I'm all worried that I can't go tomorrow. And I said, well, text me in the morning and we'll get it planned out. And I can do it through it. I can muscle through. Anyways, he texts me like at 11:15. He's like, what are the
Lost some
roads?
steam there.
What are the roads like? And I said, they're probably pretty decent by now. I said, I'm getting ready to go to lunch here in a little bit. I'll text you. And then I look on the Live 360, and he's all around Derby. So I call him, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just testing the roads. And then all of a sudden, I look, and went all the way to Rose Hill. And and on these country roads that hadn't been done right yet. And he's practicing driving on this is what he's doing, dude, because he hasn't done it.
He should have been jerking off, like, just in case.
No, I know, but he's planning out. He's taking a girl out on the town, and he wants to. He's sneezing. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna mute him. We should just do it when he eats anyway. So I got Skin Man muted. You give me a thumbs up when you're ready for a mic back.
He's not.
I know. I'm gonna leave him muted and see if we can hear it through the mics now. So, anyways, I tell him, I said, hey, I'll probably just let you take my car. It's front wheel drive. It'll do a little better. And I think he had practiced on here, you got your mic back. I don't want your crunching my mic. I gave you your mic back. You're just crunching it, dickhead.
Could you smell the barbecue chicharrones?
No, because I've got COVID right now. So fuck you. Payback, bitch. So anyways, and then, so he's gone. He went and he picked her up. We look, he's at some freaking like $6 million house.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, and then his phone's at 4%.
Of course it is.
So I texted him 2 things. Where you at, homie? And I kind of knew, but he never actually officially said it was happening. We talked on the phone, and he said they were texting and they were trying to figure stuff out. And he gave us the whole breakdown tonight in front of my wife didn't know until the night. Oh, well, she did.
Oh,
I
wow.
told her. But anyways, he's all, dude, the dude drove like 200 miles on his date last night.
Yeah.
I looked and he would be in West Wichita. He was over in Bel Air. They went to the mall. They went
just go
to
on a driving date or
Dipsy's,
what?
kinda, because they couldn't figure out what to do. They went to a bar and it's an arcade bar and grill.
Yeah.
And so here's how it went. I didn't have no details on this girl. I didn't really ask. It was late at night, and I figured we'd get to talk before he was going out. So then we watch his pattern on Live 360 like dickheads.
Yeah.
And he picks her up. Then he goes to a house over by WSU. Then he goes to a bar. Then he goes to the mall. So at this point, I say, I don't know nothing about her, but in my head, she's a drug dealing 40-year-old because she got him into the bar because you had to be 21 to enter and you could get an under 21-year-old in. And they were there for a little bit. And then they went to the mall, and I'm like, now she's making him buy presents or buy shit for her kids.
Yeah.
And then they went to freaking Dempsey's, and, I'm like, okay, so now, they're getting food. And
Did he get the biscuits and gravy at Dempsey's?
I didn't ask. We didn't get that far because I told him he had to leave out, like, the details because he was telling me and Amy tonight about his date and my wife.
Is he home?
Tonight he is. Yeah, this was last night.
Bring him out here. We'll ask about biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I don't think he.
That doesn't
There's
sound
probably
like
0%
something he would do
chance
at
of
all.
that ever happening.
What, him coming on the show?
Yeah.
No, I think he will, because he said certain topics. We were going to talk about something, and he said, if you talk about that, I'll come on. I don't remember what it is.
Well, you find out what that is.
So there's some things. I think he'll come
then
on.
we'll get the other questions after he's here.
Well,
we'll
in
lock
my
the door.
opinion,
But
he's got
anyways,
10 little respect
so-
for biscuits and gravy.
I texted him. His phone apparently went dead at some point.
Okay.
But I texted him, where you at, homie? And then I said, charge your fucking phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's out in shit weather
Yeah.
in an older car
Mm-hmm.
that he's never driven it with a girl. I'm assuming with Crocs on, probably in shorts, without a coat.
Why would he wear a coat when it's cold outside?
So we'll take some of them off the list. He brought his
in the
coat,
car.
but he wore a hoodie, or he wore a crew neck and had a like a coat over it.
Okay.
But he wore sweats, but he didn't have Crocs. He wore tennis shoes. He says he doesn't have any nice clothes, but we try to buy him stuff and he won't. But, and then I don't remember the other things on the list, but so then but anyways, I wake up like I text him 11 something, like 11:35. I'm like, how's it going? What's going on? Nothing. And then I wake up like at 12:47 and I look and he's at the park in Derby. I'm figuring maybe some action, but I said,
Yeah.
what's going on, buddy? And he said, I'm at the park. And I said, what's the plan? Like, when are you coming home? It's shitty weather. I'm
Yeah.
still worried. I don't sleep good. And then I wake up like at 2:45 and see that he got home like at 2:15,
Yeah.
dropped her off like at 1:35. And so nothing happened.
Okay.
If you're wondering, guys, you're listening to the story, nothing happened. They held hands.
Okay.
He don't listen, so I can say it. He had a girlfriend for 6 months, he tells us.
Okay.
But he wouldn't have told us about this. But even tonight, he came out, and I got onto his ass. I said, what's up, inconsiderate asshole? And he's like, what? And I said,
do, Dad?
so I went through the list. I said, you're leaving on a shitty weather night with a 4% charged phone.
My car.
My car. I'm assuming you're in Croc. And I started going off on my list. And so then he's like, so he started explaining the night. And he's like, we went here to go see if they had a charger because I seen your text finally. But I didn't see the what are you doing, homie? I seen the charge your phone.
You don't have a charger in your car?
He does, but he got it out because his charger in the house got frayed and was messed up, he said. So he had to cover for it all.
Okay.
So he said they went to the mall to find a charger for his phone. The charger he found, he didn't realize Quick Trip everywhere sells them. So he went to the mall. They found a charger. Wrong charger. Went to Dempsey's. Then they stopped to get gas, found a charger. Charged his phone. And then that's when he's seeing the other stuff.
Mhm.
And then, so.
Okay.
Anyways, date night.
Hopefully there's another one.
Yeah, he said there is. They've been talking for a while. They go to school. I said, and I knew the answer, but I said, who, initiated he's like, her. He said, we were in a study group. They're in class
You
together.
gonna look at this girl yet?
No.
No.
Her name, God damn it, he told me her name. It's not, because the name made me think a different ethnicity. She's white, but it's like, damn it. Amy, tell us what it is. But,
Okay.
yeah, so, and
Good
I
for him.
said, is she loaded? And he goes, no. And I said, dude, the house is, I'll show you after the show.
Yeah.
I said, the house is massive. And he's like, no, it's just a regular house.
Milo.
There you go, Milo. So that made you think, and it is a girl.
Okay.
I asked that, but
Milo kind of sounds like a guy's name.
I know. But I even said the night when he first said it, he's like, I got a date. And I said, guy or girl? And he goes, dude. And then here's where you
like
would,
you, dude. You're like, oh, all right.
dude, here's where you'd like it. He's like, I'm not like that. And I said, I don't judge. And he goes, I do.
My man.
But he didn't mean it like that. He's like, and I know he's not. I know he's always been into chicks. We get to have some talks, and we're finally getting good to be able to, because I used to be able to say stuff, like, look at that girl's rack. Amy, just stop listening now. And, when we were somewhere when he was like 7, and he'd be like, dude, that's creepy. And then I was
You're
like,
oh, you're talking to the king of all creeps.
not really.
Check out that chick's
When he was like 15, I'd just be like, I'd be like, you should go talk to that girl. And he's like, that's weird. And I'm like, no, she's a cute little girl. Go talk to her. Or we'd be at like Walmart and I'd be like,
okay, you're starting to get yourself into like a weird spot.
I know, but I'd be
'Cause
like,
you said, check out that rack, and then like, that's a cute little girl. Go talk to her.
Okay, well, those are separate
Okay,
situations.
those are
there were
separate
two different
You might wanna just
things.
clarify. Yeah.
Well, I think it was
You're
clarified
about
there.
to get in the toilet.
I think those were completely different situations.
Punishment toilet.
I was talking. All right, you're right.
1 month in the toilet for
But
you.
we'd be at like at Walmart, and I'd be like, "There's a mom daughter."
You're like,
and I'm
that mom's hot, and you should talk to.
And
the
I'd be
daughter.
like, if your mom ever left me, we could double date them, or
Like if your
something
mom-
like that,
your
like
mom
theoretical,
tragically passed
hypothetical.
away, yeah.
No, not
Yeah.
really. I've never said that.
Okay, I wouldn't think so either.
But anyways, we're at the age where I can be like, we're watching TV, and I'll be like, "You see that?" Because it used to be like that was where I was really going. But we'd be watching TV and like look at her, and he'd be like, "Dad, that's creepy." If we're
Now he's like, look at them tits.
yeah, I'm like, or it'd be like, turn away, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
he's like, no, you turn away, or whatever. So,
Yeah.
and that was because I'm looking at him and he's getting ready to do whatever,
Whatever young boys do.
But that's the difference too. Is like, what would you have done? And that's where I'm telling that's where like we wanted to tell him no, he can't go do nothing. It's shitty roads, it's shitty weather. But it's like, one,
Gotta
he
take
has
the opportunity, bro.
Well, yeah. What would you have done at 15 to 18?
Anything.
Yeah. So I said, I told somebody at work when I was thinking about this, like, man, I would have drove through a hurricane, a tornado, a blizzard, I would have, yeah, she's in Guam and we met online, but yeah, I got there.
At that age, you would do anything. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit what it was.
So I said, we used to like,
I'd sit in that fucking toilet. I'd get in the punishment toilet for a month.
yeah, there you go. You're
Yeah.
right. So
At
I
that
said,
age, if you knew, like, you go in there for 1 month and you guaranteed to get whatever you want afterwards.
well, I remember I was already in super trouble. I was 5th grade. It was 4th or 5th grade, and I'd got or suspended for something, a fight or whatever, and I was in big time trouble at home. And this girl, Lindsay Perry's like, sneak out. My parents are gone tonight. You can come over and we can watch movies or whatever it was.
Do I get to see your butthole?
At 5th grade?
I
Let's
was
just say you're in 8th grade just to make this.
no, but I was still probably thinking that. But
Okay.
anyways, I remember, and she's at Rose Hill's not big, but she's at the complete other end of town, and my mom works second shift at this point, and it's like a school night.
Mm-hmm.
So Lindsay, like, I got home, we both had this plan where we talked until like 7, we slept until like 10, and we both had alarms set, and then we called each other to make sure we were both up, and my mom got home like at 10:30. She had a whole little routine. She was asleep by like or in her bed, at least never out of her room because she had a bathroom in her room after like 11:15. So I snuck out the freaking storm window downstairs, like at 11:15 after she'd come in and check on me before bed. I'd always be on the phone with Lindsay. So we had that planned. We were on the phone. She hung up. We talked for a couple more minutes because her thing was up there. I always did the love you. We traded the love yous back and forth. And, you can't be the last one. I'm like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. We had it all. We had already talked about it all. You hang up, watch freaking, I always watched Married with Children. And it started at freaking, it was WG and it was on the 15-minute segments. So it was like 10:45 to 11:15 because it was after like Braves games or Bulls games or whatever.
Yeah.
So 11:15, went off, and then she knew I had to have my TV off by 11:30. Shut off. I had the remote hanging out the window when I crawled out. Shut it off. Dropped it. Boom, out there. And it was like I said, it didn't matter, and I was already in big time trouble.
Yeah.
Cross town, hang out, back like 3:30 in the morning. We didn't do anything. We were 5th grade at this point. That was
Okay.
before the freshmen had taken my innocence, my 5th grade spring break.
Okay.
Or that was 5th grade spring break. This was before this. So
Wow.
that's what I'm just saying. Anything, Skin Man. What's the craziest thing you've done between 15 and 18 just to go hang out with a girl? Because that's all that happened. This isn't even hookup. This isn't when they told you it was happening. This is just to hang out with a girl.
Yeah, sneaking out the basement window, that makes sense because it worked every time.
Yeah. You do. I mean, anything.
My parents' basement had those little ones.
Yeah, mine was too. That's what I'm telling you. It was that freaking little tiny square one, dude.
How the hell
That's
did you get
why
up
you
there?
put your dresser in front of it.
Yeah, you always just move something. My bed was right there, but I had a chair. I always had a chair
How
in there.
did your our windows only opened up like this much.
No, they slid open.
Oh, ours didn't slide.
Oh yeah,
open.
ours slid
was like,
open.
they
I
opened
took the
towards
whole
you.
damn window
Yep,
out.
yep. We
Yeah.
had it set up. There was 4 screws in there. You could pull it out. Especially, I could get out just the square up until like 6th grade or 7th grade, but
I
I
didn't
had a
have-
couple of chubby.
But my room was upstairs anyway, so I didn't. Have
Mine
that.
was for a lot of the time, but at that point,
Just hang out that second story window.
Well,
and
like,
drop
I mean,
into the bushes.
Not upstairs, but I mean like main floor.
yeah,
so.
both of our brothers, or both me and the boys at that time had, because my mom's girlfriend had moved in, but they had separate rooms, but they had put a door through to the conjoining bathroom, and they said it's so Brenda didn't have to walk out like in her nightgown.
Mm-hmm.
But the bathroom was literally, you opened her door, you walked over, and they were both
So
bathrooms.
they were roommates, though, right? At that time.
Well, they had separate bedrooms, but that's what they would do at night, was she would go through the door, and then,
But you thought they were roommates.
Yeah, we just thought they were friends. They played
Yeah.
softball together, and
That's dead giveaway, right?
well, I don't think my mom even played softball. She was like the manager of it, you know?
She managed the softball team.
Yeah, you know?
Hell yeah.
They were like, it was the McConnell softball team, and they were like, they would go to like these major national like tournaments. Like we'd go to like, it was awesome. We'd get to go to like Phoenix or Vegas or North Dakota or, for these tournaments. So.
I remember when we were working at Suburban and all those lesbians were going to that softball thing in Oklahoma City, and I said to was her name Dean? I said, "What are you guys going through for this?" She goes, "It's a fucking feeding ground down here." And I was like, "Oh wow, I didn't know that. I guess
All right.
I learned something today."
So we'll get to the challenge. We still don't have a punishment. I'm just going to say that the overall loser has to buy the winners the dinner of their choice.
Okay, so
Can
we're
you
gonna
guys
do it?
agree to that?
That's fine.
Sure.
Are we weighing in right now?
Yeah, we're going to re-weigh in because it's been 2 weeks.
Okay. Well, who's gonna check them? What? You got it so Skin Man can see it? Because I don't trust you. Shoes on or off?
163.2.
Turn the
Okay, 193.2.
Shoes on or off?
Shoes off, sweats on, shirt on. You go in. So if you joined us on our last show before the new year, me and TJ and then Skin Man jumped in at the end, and we were glad. It was more of just a reason we both got a little overweight to lose some weight, and we came up with a challenge. It turned into a big giant fight.
225 on the dot.
So TJ was 224.8 or something last week, so he didn't really gain none. I was 194.6, and Skin Man was 193.2, but he went full nude last time. So he has obviously lost some weight, probably not a lot, but at least 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds. He is 193.8. So I got to write these down real quick. 193.8. Skin Man, you were 225. TJ, does anybody remember what I was? 193.2.
All I remember is Skin Man saying 163. So
What's upside down?
It was upside down. So we've got that out of the way. So we're going to do overall loser. How about both losers have to no, I like that. I think overall loser has to bring to one of the shows dinner of choice of the others.
okay.
And
Oh, I heard that wrong.
what do you mean?
Like the loser gets to bring the dinner of choice.
No,
the
we
winner.
get to pick the dinner, and the loser.
I think the loser should pick.
No, that's not. No. The loser has to pick the dinner of choice of the winners.
Right,
and
3 cans of sardines. and
we're
some
gonna
canned
do-
Spam.
Percentage of weight loss.
Okay.
Is that the fairest way to do it? And you guys, if you want, we'll add a stipulation because I take them serious. You guys can pick tonight the percentage, like my handicap, plus how many.
It's gonna have to be something like that because, like I said,
I know you
before,
have a gate.
I don't want to lose.
You got 20
weight.
pounds you want to lose.
Yeah. Well, I say it's
But even you,
percentage of your goal.
what if you get to 195? Then you get to put it on some muscle the way you want and get to eat like shit.
Well,
If you do it that way, you don't have
Never
to.
happen.
Okay, you're right. But I'm just saying, you can. I know you don't want to,
I
but
don't think. Yeah, I don't know.
try. But you might start losing a little weight if we do this. Like I said, I haven't obviously done anything. I've lost 1 pound since. I had lost some. We talked about it, and I purposely ate like shit this weekend and up until the show to get it back. So
should I weigh again without my pants?
if you want to,
I think he's fine where he's at.
I think he's fine. That gives us a good one. I want you to take your stuff off again if that's what you're saying, but I'm fine without it. So,
no.
anyways, we'll do. What do you guys decide? What's the plus? What percent do I have to be over you guys to be out of this? Because I don't know if I'm gonna take this one that serious, but you guys decide.
Well, I can call Chip because he knows all about over-unders.
He does. He would be our gambling guy.
Yeah.
TJ's thinking about it. And I'll give you guys, if it's 10%, I'll play along. You're going to force me to get skinny, but I'll play along. You're figuring out what percentage at 205?
Yeah, so
Do you know how to do those percentages?
it'd be like 10% for me. So I figure you got to at least do 5% more on top of that.
Okay. So whatever ended up percentage you do, I have to win by 5%.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fair because if I lose down to 205, that's what I just figured out. It's like 10% basically.
I don't really want to, but I'm fine with it. Because that puts me going to 173. Actually,
it's like 9%. So you need to get to like I want you
because you losing 20 pounds of 225 would be a higher percentage of weight loss than me losing 20 pounds of my weight, right? Am I thinking about that right?
What are you?
I'm 193, let's just say, and say down to 173. We need somebody smarter than us for this part.
193 divided by 173.
But I think I'm losing less
That's
percent.
like 11%.
Okay, and what was yours?
8%.
Oh, to lose 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, then I'll do that plus 10. Well, that makes I have to get down to 160 or so. If we're only doing this for 6 weeks, none of us are getting to that.
Yeah.
So either way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not cutting off my foot just to lose weight.
No, you don't have to. What's your percentage over?
Let's do 5% over, so you need to lose 13% of your weight.
Okay.
So
are you good with that?
195.
What's that?
I have to lose 5% more than whatever percentage you end up losing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just confused.
Well, because you guys said I take this stuff serious,
13% would be
and I want you to
25.22
not have to. I
pounds.
want you guys to have fun with this, but I'm the same way. I just want a little motivation to
Well,
lose some weight.
what's my goal?
Well, we said that we were going to lose 20 pounds.
Okay.
So Casey would need to lose 25.22 pounds
Right.
to get 5% more than us.
And you would just only have to lose 20 basically at this point.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how long are we doing this? Today's date is 110.
Correct.
Let's just do the end of February.
Okay, I like that.
We could have a show on the 27th or 28th, the last week of February.
We'll have to talk about that 1 week, and I'm thinking about
Which one of you two just shit your
That was
pants?
I'm thinking about bringing.
Did that stick to the mic?
Yeah.
I've got to go to Georgia the first week of February. Well, actually, whatever, the 4th through the 8th for training. But I thought about bringing my board to test it out.
Yeah.
I'll have my laptop, my board, and I'll bring what cords I need to make it work. You guys will either have to Skype in or come to the studio or whatever, but I want to make it work. But I'm trying to arrange something with Gus because I have to fly into Atlanta.
Oh, yeah?
And then
Have you talked to him about it?
No, I'm going to text him or message him and see if he's interested in, because I'd love to do. I even thought about right now I have my flight booked, but I can change my departing, and I've already taken that Friday off when I come back. So, I'm considering it, and they don't care. My GM said take it off, but I thought about changing it to coming back Saturday, possibly if he was, but if not, we only have one night I have to do something. So I'm going to have a car. I'll drive in and hang out and, at least record a
Go
show.
to his mom's house.
Or just go meet at a freaking coffee shop, or he's been doing all these remote. I don't know if you follow.
I've seen him, yeah.
He's been all over the place. So even if I could follow him along with my board and do some pod stuff and even do some interviews in between and do something,
That thing got like a strap or something to it?
No, but it's battery powered, and I'll put it in my backpack.
Yeah.
and I bring it out and one button and everything. I can turn a couple things on and it's set up.
That'd be cool.
I'll leave all the cords hooked up except what I have to hook up, and I can actually leave it hooked up to the laptop.
Yeah.
And pull it all out and boom.
Sick.
So that's the plan. So going forward for the first week in February, and I'm down. Now,
I have some jokes.
can we? Okay.
You want to hear them?
Yeah, I do want to hear your jokes.
Back,
I had that written down. Jokes by TJ. No, I didn't.
Back in the 1800s, before the invention of the train, people used to have to run a wagon on your mom.
Okay. Girls would.
Yes.
Because we just talked about her being a lesbian.
It said that in 1 in 8 men will get prostate cancer in their lifetime. Usually it's the one that's getting fucked in the ass by the other 7.
Okay. Is that me?
I don't know.
You didn't turn that one on me. Okay.
No,
I was just
These
confused.
when
They're
I
not
said
all
your-
directed at
When I
me.
said your mom,
They didn't mean
it's
mine.
Not your mom. Yeah,
Just in
it's
general, your mom.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. This isn't a joke, but this is just something that I've been thinking about.
I always think that everybody's talking to me, and maybe that's my problem.
Well, it's just in generalization.
Okay.
Okay, so I was watching TV the other day, and it was like, they ever go this Marvel versus DC bullshit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So if you pick, like, say, let's just pick 2 characters from DC, which would be like Superman and Batman, right?
Okay.
And you take Marvel and you pick 2 people, and let's just say 2 characters off of X-Men.
This is a joke? You're going, okay.
It's not a joke. So then I thought about, like, okay, well, say it'd be Batman and Superman. And then I thought about, like, if it was 2 people from the X-Men, who would be the 2 X-Men that I would pick?
Uh-huh.
And I would pick Bruce Jenner and Michelle Obama.
I
Who
get
would
it,
you
X-Men. I was actually going to start off this show with how long this year would it take for TJ to talk about Michelle Obama's wiener? And it literally took first show. And Steve, you want another fucking competition on the show for the over-under? Because you called it first show.
Yeah. That's a pretty good setup, don't you think?
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
When did you figure it out that was when I said X-Men?
I knew right when you told actually when I said something and you snickered, for those that can't see it, that you were going to go there. That was good. It was a good setup. Where'd you watch that one at?
I made that up myself.
That was good then.
Yeah. The other 2 I found. And then the other thing I had, this isn't
That
really
was where Meth-X came from. These were ex-meth heads that built the things.
The other thing I had was, and this isn't a joke, this is like hypothetical.
Okay.
If you were, like, say you were in the ocean, you got...
These were I asked before the show, what did you have to talk? This is what you had?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't like it?
No, I like them all. I'm just saying this was your list.
Yeah. So how long, realistically, say you're in the ocean, you got swallowed fucking whole by a whale. Like, how long do you think you'd live inside of it in there before you died? Like, how would you die?
Well, you'd be crushed to death and you'd drown inside the stomach.
Say
of
you
the
had a
whale.
scuba suit on
Oh, okay.
and you could breathe.
I think going through, pretty
Like-
quickly going through the esophagus, you would probably die. But I don't know the inner workings of a whale. I know what we've seen on SpongeBob.
Yeah, but he's a
Moby
fucking
Dick.
sponge. On Moby Dick, you could-
and a couple other things. But
I didn't. I should have Googled it. But, like, you think you would, say you had something to breathe off of.
I don't know that. I think as soon as you go into the belly of something, you start getting, like, that bile acid or whatever starts breaking you down. And I think just through the esophagus, but I don't know. I mean, because you see that classically, that they,
Here's what this says right here. There's no breathable air in a whale's stomach, so you would have at most 3 minutes before you are asphyxiated. But before that, you would have been crushed to death in a scene reminiscent of the trash compactor sequence of Star Wars.
Yeah. See, that's what I think. Just going through the esophagus down there, you're already done. So I think that unfortunately that ruins your thing there.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That's all I got.
that's good. That did fill 4 minutes. No, I'm just playing.
Would you have sex with Taylor Swift?
Not a
Would I?
chance.
Yeah.
I not really. We had this talk this week with my GM. It's just more of an attraction, not a sex talk. Sorry if you're listening again, wife.
Okay.
I said I was way more attracted to Ariana Grande. Somehow the two got compared, and he's like, and I'm the opposite as you. I have no attraction to Ariana Grande.
Okay,
and
let's change it. Not sex. Take that out. Would you date Taylor Swift?
fuck yes, for the money.
But no, hold on. I'm not gonna say without the money part of it.
No.
But and you knew that you would be on the fucking news. You couldn't do anything. Couldn't say nothing. Everybody be up your ass 24/7.
No, I wouldn't just for the simple. Well, actually, yes, I would date her for the fact that, yeah, that would make us. This show would finally get some traction if I dated
Our
Taylor
podcast
Swift.
deciding.
Well, then, yeah, again, all those things I don't care about. I mean, I'm kind of one of those, any news is good news
Yeah.
kind of guys. I don't care about none of that. But no, just because I know, take minus your scenario of all that, knowing just who she is, I wouldn't want to date her because she would talk about me to everybody for 4 months after, even if she didn't write music.
Yeah.
It's good she does write music because her friends are finally like, good, stop fucking talking about him. You broke up.
Yeah.
I mean, so what?
Do you think? I think this whole thing with her and Travis Kelce is fake.
I don't think so.
You don't?
No.
I don't know.
I think it's genuine or whatever. I mean, I think it's helped them both, but I think it's genuine, and I don't think she needed any help.
You ever seen the deal that
She's gonna be in a movie now, I heard.
she was in this movie we watched a while back where it was like
She's gonna be
old
in-
time he's in. She gets hit by a car like right in the very beginning. And
She's
gets
gonna
killed.
be. It's not Suicide Squad. She's gonna be in one. The opposite, not Suicide Squad. She's gonna be in like the Marvel, the opposite I don't remember.
X-Men.
No.
No.
I wasn't going nowhere with your joke. Somebody just told me today at work.
Have you heard of this shit about her being a clone of celebrity Satanist
Yes.
Zena LeVay?
Yes.
You ever seen the pictures of that broad?
I don't think they're as close as, but yes, I have. I watched the whole
I
thing
think
on.
all the shit.
I watched the guy on TikTok that you watched that broke the whole thing down.
Well,
Yes.
I don't even have TikTok anymore. Did you watch?
I know you haven't responded to none of my TikToks.
I haven't been on. I
Why? What happened with TikTok?
because
You don't want China to want your stuff because did the Republicans tell you can't watch it no more?
no, we still support it. The reason why I stopped TikTok is because I posted that video of Charlie with like the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I
thing,
know the whole thing.
and I put it on, and it had like over 1,000 views in like an hour,
Yeah.
and then they
Got taken down.
It got taken down,
Uh-huh.
which pissed me off.
That made you quit, but not all the times we got kicked off. Go ahead.
No, well, that was the final straw, guy.
Okay.
So then I reposted it again, and then they like fucking cock blocked us like they do here, and like shadow banned me. So I said, "Fuck these guys. I'm done with it."
Okay.
Have I logged on to TikTok a few times? Yes, to look up recipe shit that me and my wife sit back
Uh-huh.
forth to each other.
That's got good stuff on there.
But that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, I support China.
I don't care about fuck China.
I know, I'm just joking.
Did you watch the Cat Williams thing on Shannon Sharp?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I don't know. I think I
There's
like.
probably a lot of truth in a lot of that.
Yeah, I think he's gone a little. But maybe it's all true. I don't know. He's been doing it for a couple of years. Especially anytime you get a camera on him that's not in a movie, stand up or whatever.
So we did. I've always said that
He's hilarious. That's what I'll say. I fucking love his stand up. I love that. I
he
wish
is funny, and he
I
has
wish
good
he-
delivery and everything
Yeah.
like that. We watched Friday After Next because I've told you that's my third favorite Christmas movie with my kids this year, and they're 8, 10, and 12. And it was and it was because I had Bristol watch it when she was 9, like my first year.
Yeah.
Actually, she's turned 10. So, anyways, we watched it and they liked it. But Callie, who's my 10-year-old, was like, I don't like all that. She didn't like the N word.
Yeah, they do say a lot of bad word in there. That would be the
They didn't care about fuck or nothing else.
Yeah.
Callie just didn't like that.
Yeah, that's
I said,
awesome.
Callie, that's how these people talk.
Not all of them, no. No.
Yeah.
Maybe in that situation of that, but no,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And I did notice when my kids were here too, they were like fucking around, just being mean to each other.
Yeah.
And I heard one of them go, "She said the R word, Dad." I said, "What, retard?" I was like, "Let me tell you something. You guys can say retard to each other. You can tell your sister when she's acting like a retard that she's a retard. You just don't say it to kids who are retarded."
Well, I don't know if any of that
I
was
said,
good.
we grew up saying all that shit our whole life. Just because your liberal teacher tells you can't say that
I don't
shit
think
no
their
more.
liberal teacher tells them
they're
that.
fucking where my kids go to school.
But I'm
Yes.
saying I don't think that's where. I think you have genuinely good kids that have grown up in a
No,
world where that stuff is not really as
I
accepted.
know, but what I'm saying though is is that
But
they're-
you would have gotten in trouble in school saying that too.
I don't think so. I don't think none of your teachers probably called you a retard when you were growing up.
Oh, I'm sure they did it to each other when
No,
I
to
wasn't
you,
around.
to you.
No,
Like, Grundon, quit being a fucking retard.
no,
I bet so.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We had a couple in our school, so no, you didn't.
Yeah, but that is not the same thing.
I just always told them they were a distributor that needed reset, and that was easier, you know.
Oh, retarded?
Yeah, you retard a distributor when the timing's off. You
No,
know.
I'm pretty sure you probably said it.
Oh, I didn't ever say.
But
I'm
anyways-
sure I've said it a long time, but I
So what
never
I
said
said
it
to
at
them-
school.
I said you just don't say it to anybody who actually is.
I said it the other day at work on accident, and I felt bad about it because I know it's one of those things that's just not really accepted anymore.
Yeah.
Like a lot of things that were accepted back in the day that are not accepted.
You know what else I saw today?
What?
We were watching on your Hulu, which what the fuck was up with that the other day?
Is that just somebody else kicked us out? I don't know.
Who keeps kicking us out? I want their names.
I'm assuming it's one of you guys.
No, I think it's somebody that's watching us.
News.
Even
You fucking dick. He was
even a poop knife wouldn't have helped.
see, if you had a poop knife when you were getting the punishment toilet thing,
Well, the poop knife's just a cut knife, just to cut poopa in half to split it to drop it in.
so Aubrey Plaza, like you're number one, how long would you stay in the toilet? If Amy didn't exist, would you stay in the poop punishment for a shot at that?
Not.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't even let somebody take their finger and rub it on my arm for it.
Okay.
I wouldn't
Maybe
spray
that.
her with a sidewalk penis.
Well, I would, but I
A
mean,
sidewalk penis?
I wouldn't do it.
I would maybe let him rub it on my arm, but much like that's. I'm telling you, that's my limit. Like to me, that's why I come up with that punishment. Like
That's like your.
I would literally rip my own throat
What if
out.
it was her?
What?
What if she was the one doing all the business up there?
No,
Okay.
no. Like I can't. No. Yeah, I mean you've been on. You've heard, I puke
You're
when I,
skeevy for sure.
when I walk by it. Like, and that would ruin me if that's the thing. Then I would no.
yeah, like on a scale 1 to 10, you're like an 8 or a 9 on skeeviness.
Oh
For sure.
yeah, especially when it comes to poo.
Skim him on a skeeviness scale. What are you at?
Oh, he'll grab a handful and throw it at somebody.
Skeeviness.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know what
you're
that means either, but I was kinda
skeevy, like
good to-
germphobe, like shit like that, like skeevy. So you're like a 4 or 5, I would guess.
I was
sure it doesn't
over-
mean what do you think it means.
I was over by the parts department, and I dropped one of the parts in the trash can. And so I didn't give it a second thought, went right in the trash can to get the part, and immediately grabbed
Spittle.
someone's spit because there's a lot of
Chewers.
chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Spit in the can. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here's half the part. I got to find the other half. So I go back in and then find the other half of the part and then go and then wash it off and then go on about my day.
See, and I'm
He didn't say wash his hands. He said wash the part off.
Well,
he said wash it
important
off.
to wash off the part because that's going on the trailer.
And
But how did you drop it in the trash can?
I was fucking around.
Oh, okay. There's the true part of this story.
I had something else on here. We won't get to it. I had wedding people. I worked a wedding this weekend, and I was gonna just us all come up with the type of wedding people.
I hate people that fucking bring the attention to themselves.
Yeah,
in a wedding,
that was
except
one of
for
my
not
people
the
on the list.
wedding party.
People that bring too young kids for late night ones. I had a whole list of them, but we'll get to it in another show.
I hate line dancing.
We do have to get out of the way real quick because I have a couple people that played along with
our
us.
picks?
Our picks for the first round of the NFL playoffs.
I can tell you something real quick. My cousin Wyatt.
We're not going to
Picks.
get to the picks, but that's fine.
We got time. No one's putting a restriction on the show.
That's true.
He's lifetime Cowboys fan, just like you. He sends me a snap and says, "Figured it out." He said, "I put $100 on Green Bay to win.
Okay.
If they win, I get $370. But if they lose, the Cowboys win."
Okay.
So he's like, so it's like win-win.
He's willing giving $100.
I guess he's willing to throw away $100 for a Cowboy win. But if the Cowboys lose, he at least gets $370.
See, and as a Cowboys fan, he would have to give back his Cowboys card for me. But that does
Okay.
I don't matter.
That must be, what do you call that? Straight up or whatever? What do they call that?
What?
When you go straight up and you don't get the spread, what do they call that?
Just Yeah, I don't straight up.
The line or
I think so. I don't know. Anyways,
Bet Noel. Go for it.
all right. So we have Browns over the Texans, or well, Browns versus Texans, and it's at Texans.
How is that? Are they the South?
They won their
champions?
division. Yeah. Weirdly
Even though
enough.
they lost to the.
Well, but the Browns are in the Ravens division, so but they
So they're the wild card.
yeah, but they won their last game. But anyways,
Okay. Browns.
okay.
That defense is badass.
Skin Man.
Browns versus Texans.
Yep, at Texans.
Oh, Texans.
Looks like C.J. Stroud was a good pick this year.
Yeah, he was. I mean, to me, probably the best. I'm also going with them, and in a second, I'll get to E's picks because he
It's
also.
not like the Panthers, if they would have picked him, would be in the playoffs, but
They probably wouldn't be getting the first pick. Dolphins at Chiefs.
Dolphins.
Steve picked the Browns in the first one and Chiefs in this one. Skin Man.
Chiefs.
Man, this one's hard for me. I'm gonna.
I just want to hear my homies crying.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
It's not fair that we lost this game.
Bills at
Fucking Taylor
sorry,
Swift's fault.
Steelers at Bills. Steve picked the Bills.
Bills are the hottest team in the NFL, man.
Okay,
Bills.
same here. All right. Eagles at Bucks.
They're the slidingest ass team in the NFL, right? So they're due. Eagles.
Bucks.
I am also going Bucks. Packers at Cowboys.
We the boys. Did you see that Chiefs game's only on Peacock?
Yeah, everybody.
kinda
I seen
fucked up.
people
There's a
are.
buddy of mine that's pissed.
Oh,
Yeah.
so many people are pissed off. Well, I gotta get fucking Peacock for this. I said, yeah, they do. This is why they do it. This is exactly
kinda
why they
shitty.
do it.
Especially since they're kind of like the poster child team besides the Cowboys,
Who?
the Chiefs.
Right.
Like who the
It's-
NFL
well,
pushes the hardest is
Yeah,
the Chiefs.
especially around here right now, for sure. I agree. Who you got, Skin Man?
I was trying to noodle it through and think, and that's probably why you could smell smoke, because my headache is chooching smoke out my ears.
Okay.
That's not good.
I'm going to go Packers, but I'm probably going to be wrong.
That's okay. They're playing good right now. Love's good. I mean, Cowboys have fallen on their face plenty of times. It's maybe not a bad pick. And Rams at Lions. This one is an intriguing one.
It's kind of fucked up, really. Lions.
Why is it fucked up? Because
Just
the quarterback's.
yeah.
But it's just also how it works out with the Dolphins Chiefs. Tyreek going
Yeah.
back to. I mean, the NFL worked it out good. The script worked out good.
I saw that the Lions were banning Stafford jerseys.
You said
from
you
the
picked
building.
Lions. You said
I did.
okay.
Yeah, Lions.
Oh,
I'm going Rams on this one because they're the hottest team in the NFL, probably.
Did you see our boy Skips back for the?
Yeah, he's been
Lions?
back for a
Yeah.
while, I think.
He wasn't at the beginning of the season, but yeah, he was in on that whole 2-point conversion play.
He went with the Browns, the Chiefs. He went with the Bills. He went with the Eagles. He went with the Cowboys, and he went with the Lions. The only games that somebody picked alone on are the Packers versus the Cowboys, Skin Man, and the Rams versus the Lions, me. Rams, man, they're scary, dude, right now. They are hot as shit. They got the running game back. Stafford looks like old school. This is the game he should lose going home, so I just, whatever. So we're going to do this every week. We'll just pick whatever's left, and then we'll get a score out of that.
Did we end up doing a Super Bowl thing ever? Did we pick like who was going to be in the Super Bowl this year?
I don't think we did to start the year, no. And we could do that now and go the rest. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
I don't know.
Give it to me.
Bills, Lions.
Skin Man, of the teams we named tonight, and who's the winner?
Bills.
Okay. Skin Man, of the teams we named tonight, who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Well, that doesn't count the Ravens and the who's the NFC.
Okay, that's
one?
true. Between
The Niners.
the Niners also and the Ravens are in this mix, which is, I think, the popular pick.
I would say the Bills and the Ravens win by 7.
You can't. They're in the same division.
yeah.
So I did mess that up. We need NFC. So you got to pick from 49ers, Eagles, Bucks, Cowboys, Packers, Lions, Rams against the Ravens. Or you got to take the Bills or the Ravens. So who do you got from the AFC between Bills and Ravens?
Oh, Bills.
Okay.
Okay.
And from the NFC, 49ers, Eagles. Well, of your teams, we got to go with just the ones you picked. 49ers, Eagles, Packers, and Lions.
Let's go Lions.
God damn, we got two of you picking the same one. And who you got winning it?
Copycat.
Bills.
Okay.
What the hell?
We got two.
Well, that'd be funny.
I've got Ravens. I can't not.
You got to.
I can't
You
not. Not after I
can't
got
not.
a national champion. Cowboys.
You
And fuck it.
have to. You can't. It doesn't matter.
I know, but for the show I shouldn't because
Doesn't matter.
Cowboys winning it,
You can't.
obviously.
You can't do it.
If I were to have to just, man.
I'd pick fucking KU versus a 90-something dream team, man.
Well, I mean, looking through this, the only team that I don't truly think that we can, the two teams that scare me are the Rams and the 49ers because we already struggled with the Rams the first time. We didn't really, but
Yeah, but the Cowboys always lose games they're not supposed to.
I know. And the Ravens are from game one to, it's the truth. Game one until final game, they're the best team in the NFL to me. The 49ers took it for a while, so.
Just like back when Roma was there, it's like they were the best team up until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. And then
I don't know if that was always. He made quite a few comebacks.
But I
Just,
mean-
he made quite a few come from behind or win from behinds. I don't know how you say that.
comebacks.
They were up and they lost.
Yeah.
I did have been hating on people for no reason. There's a guy that worked that everything you said, you would say he would just, man, I like Sprite. Oh, Sprite. Or whatever. You just
Yeah.
everything. So, like, people will just say something. And so
I've been purposely trying to be nicer this year. It's been working 50-50.
one of my examples was, oh, you like waffles? That's cool. I just call them mini cum collectors.
That seems kind of gay, right?
I don't know. I just that was a bad example.
I would say mini syrup collectors.
Well, that makes it sound good again.
Okay.
All right. Happy birthday, Irene. I think that was your name. Is that what I said?
I think so.
Yeah, Irene. And tune in next time. We'll have some shit to talk about. Skim into what was the other news story we didn't get to?
It was, let me get my glasses on.
He's already taking his glasses off, man.
I know. I like to put him on the spot like that.
Well, I didn't close down the computer, so.
There we go.
There you go, buddy.
Finally, a record for Coach once his legs go.
What's the headline of the story?
Man handily sets world record with 61 consecutive handstand push-ups.
There we go. So once my legs go, I'll just
I
focus
was
on
supposed
that.
to ask, how's your legs now that you've been eating meat?
No different.
Okay.
I mean, zero difference, honestly.
There we go.
Wispy.
Maybe a little less cramps, same feet pain, same. Yeah, unfortunately, still take all the same shit. Got to sleep in the same positions. I don't feel any stronger, any faster, a little fatter.
Have you checked your 40 times since then?
Oh, it would be down because I've gained 15 pounds since I started
We'll check
eating
it
chicken.
After you lose your weight.
Well, yeah, but that's true. I did have a Popeye's chicken sandwich this week. I had, since last show, I had Chuck's chicken, and that
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker wins the test. The only reason I'd put like
What'd you get? Like
the
what?
level 3, and I fucking sweat. So, dude,
You didn't get like a 0, just or a
No,
1
my
or-
wife got 0. My son got 2. I got 3. My
Try 'em
son,
all?
no.
Oh.
My son said that he didn't really even get hardly any heat. And they go 0 is nothing, 2 is mild, medium, hot, and then it goes extra hot, eat with caution, try at your own risk, and
What
people
kinda-
with heart problems, something else, and something else should not eat.
What kind of dippings did they have on that? Like what was the sauce? Like
Because it was cooked in it. They had pickles, and I don't even think
mayo?
I don't think there was even a mayo on there. I don't remember because it was
Did you eat the pickles on it?
yeah. I left
Yeah.
the pickles on, and like same with Popeyes, I leave the pickles on.
Yeah.
I had a grilled chicken sandwich on Monday from Chick-fil-A. I went and dropped a guy off to go pick up his car at the shop, and he said 4 dropping me off. I'll get that.
Hell yeah.
Got the 30-piece chicken nugget on.
30 piece?
Well, hold on. On Friday, He took 9, I took 10, and I gave the rest to my other employees. So that was 11 to delve up between 2 of them.
Okay, I was about to say, Jesus.
He gets
that
me
might be-
fries every time I don't eat them. I pass them on.
They're good if you dip in the chick.
Yeah, if they're fresh in the lot, they'd probably be better. So.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening. There was a couple that stayed through the show.
Have you had their mac and cheese yet?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I'll try it. We got some guests lined up. We are going to get some people on. We'll have some people back in. Smoothie wants to come back. A lot of things. So, welcome to 24.
So
fuck,
just
you
chill
lost.
out.
Everybody
Drink
did.
a
This was their
7-Up,
chance to take
eat a
number
moon
1.
pie. Quit murdering people.